What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with another episode.
Wrestling is fake. Nobody really gets hurt,
said one stupid, ignorant fan. Most fans will know that moves in wrestling don't always go the way you want it to go, leading to brutal consequences. In this video, we are going to look at 10 of the most painful wrestling injuries occurred from botched moves, and some even caused by the wrestler themselves. So in no particular order, number 1 sees Hunter Hearst Helmsley almost paralyze Marty Garner. In 1995, Paul Levesque, aka Hunter Hearst Helmsley, aka Triple H, joined the WWF with his blue blood rich snob persona. In 1996, what was just an ordinary squash match over jobber Marty Garner on an episode of WWF Superstars turned into an incident which Triple H would never forget. As Triple H was setting up for the pedigree, Garner had misjudged the move, thinking it to be a butterfly suplex and thus kicking up his legs out and tucking his head right in. Consequently, Garner landed straight on his head, suffering neck damage. Despite the botch not being Triple H's fault, Garner still attempted to sue the WWF, which was settled out of court for an undisclosed amount. It's funny that even after he sued, Garner would still return as a jobber in WWE around 2006. No hard feelings, eh? Number 2, Joey Mercury breaks his face with a ladder. A Tornado 4-way ladder match in 2006 Armageddon pay-per-view went horribly wrong when Matt Hardy and Joey Mercury were seen grappling each other. Underneath them was a ladder set up as a seesaw, and the plan was having Jeff hit the ladder, shooting it upwards into both Joey and Matt's face, breaking them apart. It narrowly missed Matt's face, but the move caused the ladder to drive upwards into the orbital bone and nose of Mercury, effectively rearranging his face. A pool of blood was on the mat and Mercury was rushed straight to hospital, receiving 5 stitches on the inside of his nose and 15 stitches on the outside. Number 3, that one kick that took Bret out. Starrcade 1999 is unfortunately remembered not for the main event itself, but the botch that occurred when Goldberg accidentally hit Bret Hart square in the face with a super kick. Even though the kick didn't seem that bad, it caused Bret a lot of pain with sleepless nights and a stroke that resulted him in ending his pro wrestling career prematurely. Every time I mention the Bret Hart thing, I feel remorseful about the kick. Though Bret and I are very good friends, and he doesn't hold it against me, till the day I die I'm gonna feel bad about it, and there's nothing I can do to take it back. I've explained myself millions of times. I am remorseful, but like I said, what else can I do? Anytime I'm in the ring with a legend like that and I have the honor of being there, it's a dream come true. Number 4, Sting breaks ravishing Rick Rude's back. Again, it seems it takes only one move for it to go all wrong, and a wrestler's career is held in jeopardy. In 1994, Rick Rude was at the height of his career, working for WCW and feuding with Sting over the WCW International Heavyweight Championship. During a match for New Japan Pro Wrestling at Wrestling Dontaku at the Fukaku Dome, Rude came out the winner, but it came at a price, as during the match, when Sting went for the splash to the outside of the ring, Rude landed in between the elevated floor, destroying his back. Even though he finished the match, Rude's wrestling career was over. He was rumored to make an in-ring return in 1999, but sadly passed away at the age of 40 due to heart failure. Number 5, Vader's eye pops out. In 1990, Vader was working with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and the match came as a supercard against legend Stan Hansen for the Vader in the eye, causing Vader to take off his mask to reveal his eye literally hanging out of his socket. Vader didn't think that this was a good enough excuse to stop the match, so he casually popped his eye back into its socket and carried on with the match. To make matters worse, Hansen also shattered the bridge of Vader's nose with a pummel of his bullwhip. Both Stan and Vader are still the best of friends though. Number 6, Cactus Jack loses an ear. During a WCW European tour in 1994, Mick Foley was wrestling under one of his many personas, Cactus Jack, facing the Big Van Vader. He suffered what is arguably known as his most famous injury, when he had a good portion of his ear ripped clean off due to the tight ropes. It was said the ropes were tightened to its peak due to Too Cold Scorpio complaining that the ropes were too loose earlier in the night. It almost looked like he was getting choked by them, but I guess, luckily, instead of losing his life, he only lost part of his ear. He was actually able to keep hold of the cartilage and have it properly reattached later that day. Number 7. Mick Foley and his numerous injuries suffered in a Hell in a Cell match in 1998. In one of WWF's most infamous Hell in a Cell match, pitting Foley against The Undertaker, I don't think anyone needs a history lesson on what occurred in that match, with Foley taking 3 hellacious bumps. In the match, he suffered a concussion, dislocated his left shoulder, bruised his ribs, had internal bleeding, numerous puncture wounds, dislocated his jaw, and most shockingly of all, Foley's tooth had gone through his lip and lodged it in his nostril. Number 8. Benoit almost breaks Sabu's neck. Benoit's moniker as the Crippler couldn't have been more right when he faced Sabu in 1994 at November to Remember's pay-per-view. It seemed like Benoit was going for some unordinary suplex toss when Sabu landed right on his neck. Thankfully though, his neck wasn't broken, but it could have been a close call. It was an accident after all, and Benoit felt terrible over the situation. Number 9. Vince tears both his quads. After both John Cena and Batista took an unplanned tumble out of the ring, eliminating each other in the 2005 Royal Rumble, referees stalled it until a furious Vince came out to get to the bottom of things. What happened afterwards was best summed up by his Q&A session with the Wall Street Journal. 7 weeks ago, I severed both of my quadriceps tendons, doing a stunt in the ring. I wasn't warmed up, I didn't stretch, and that unfortunately is major surgery. What stunt exactly was this? Simply walking down to the ring. Interestingly, Vince only blew one during the walk to the ring, which led to Vince trying to do a promo sitting down. After refusing help backstage and putting weight on his healthy leg, he tore that quad as well. Vince required surgery and was confined to a wheelchair for a while before making a full recovery. Number 10. Jim Cornette destroys his knees. You would think that this list would be exclusive to just wrestlers, so think again. This time it's longtime manager and former Smoky Mountain Wrestling owner Jim Cornette. Starrcade 1986 featured a unique gimmick, that being a scaffolding match between the Road Warriors and the Midnight Express. Cornette expressed his fear of heights and was terrified when he got to the top. Whilst on there was no way but down. Climbing down carefully, he tried to make the fall with as less impact as possible, but he landed awkwardly and blew out both his knees. You can see on Cornette's face, the pain looked excruciating. Well guys, that about wraps up. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.